Hi!
Welcome.
Welcome. Sorry, I'm overheated. I'm so
Welcome,
heated,
especially to the ladies, because this is a lady movie.
Ooh.
A movie for the ladies.
No, this is for everyone, okay?
No, this is especially for the ladies, because that's a ladies' Oceans movie.
I mean, it would be sexist, if anything. But also, this movie was definitely racist.
Yeah, no,
I mean, we're just gonna...
There's a lot of racism in this movie. But we haven't got there yet. Hey, guys, welcome to Burn After Watching.
Welcome. So, Mateo, I learned, had never seen the Oceans movies.
I've never had sex before.
So...
She just learned that. We've been together for 3.5 years.
I was his first. It's kind of it's special. It's
It's
really special.
really nice.
I know how you conceived two kids
I don't know how
before
to do.
meeting me.
Oh crap!
But,
I really
you know,
want to talk to somebody
it's
about
fine. So, but
Their
this
ways,
guy,
their ways.
he was a virgin to the Oceans movies. So we watched
The George
Oceans
Clooney's Charm.
11,
that's what
12, and 13. And then
what's 13?
he was like, guess
We
what?
did it. It was
No,
not great.
13,
Well,
listen.
It's
not the
fucking
worst.
mediocre. No, it is the
It is
worst.
the worst, actually.
No, it's not the worst.
Okay,
Ocean's
wait.
8.
I think
Wait.
it's worse than this.
Wait, so, no, I think, honestly, I believe, because this is the worst part, too, is that after certain things have come out about a certain Affleck brother.
Affleck!
Yeah. So, Hot Valley. He, isn't a great guy. But I do love the storyline in
Casey
Ocean's
Affleck,
13
yes.
of Casey Affleck
Was
and
he
his
your favorite
brother.
person in this movie? Yeah.
And no, I love their whole Mexican
Casey Affleck.
factory storyline
Okay.
where they get rights for the
Yeah.
Mexican factory workers, okay? So Ocean's
Alright.
13 is officially
back
better
to
than
Ocean's
this.
8. Let's get
But
back
we're
to
back to Ocean's 8. So after we watched all 3 of the first Ocean's movies, Mateo was like, let's watch this one for Burn After Watching. And I'm like, yep, and that's what it's going to be.
That was your choice, man. You made
And
it.
so it starts out.
me.
It starts out with, guess what? Danny Ocean's sister is coming up for parole.
It mirrors to the first movie. You're like, ooh, what an illusion.
Yeah. She's up for parole. And guess what? They let her...
What's your name, though?
Ocean?
Betty.
Deborah.
Betty? Debbie Ocean. Debbie
Deborah.
Ocean. Debbie.
Deborah Ocean.
So, I did appreciate that apparently, if you're going up for parole in prison, you get to wear makeup. She had, like, really nice makeup.
I mean,
right?
and they also, they do like a little prep time. You know?
Little prep. And she was like, but I like that Danny...
Wait. Do you think she, like just made the makeup out of, like, poo?
Maybe. It was poop makeup. Maybe. So,
Bruno.
it was funny because he
It was
was
Twilight
like...
makeup.
He was like, so is this just going to be the Ghostbusters, the Lady Ghostbusters movie? And I'm like, oh, let's hope not. And guess what? Guess what, you guys? Guess what? We'll find out. So,
wait for you, little
Debbie
bitches.
Ocean's coming up, and instead of just being straightforward like her brother, like, I made some mistakes, but I'm going to take care of them.
And also
She's like,
like her brother.
yeah, she's like, I'm a lady. I'm a poor, weak lady, and
she's using it to get out.
Yeah,
of
she's like, I just did
do
what
what you
my
need to
family did, but I don't identify with my family or anything. And you know what? My family. I'm a good lady, good little girl. And they're like, we'll release her, just like Danny Ocean. They're like, let's release her from prison. What's the first thing she does?
This
you guys?
is when my Danny watch starts go live. I'm like, I can't wait. At least George Clooney's
Where's
gonna pop
Danny?
in.
Where's Danny?
Pop his face in.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
Wait for it. So yeah, she puts on this little cocktail dress thing.
That's what she was wearing when she was brought in.
Must have been, I guess.
Oh, and she's got her brother's watch that she stole from him.
And it's been 5 years in prison.
Yeah.
Also, she puts like more makeup on. She has different makeup on now with the dress.
Yeah.
So I did like this music. It was good.
Okay,
Good,
so that's the one thing in this movie. So like I said, we recently watched the first Ocean's movies, which have great music.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? The music is on par. They did really well with
Maybe the same guy. I don't
the
know.
music. And
I believe it was
the music.
Hans Christian Andersen.
And the music.
Hans Zimmer Anderson.
And the music.
It was-
So, you guys, she uses her
Hans
feminine...
Zimmer
You
Anderson.
guys,
Peter.
she uses her feminine wiles. She escapes from an
Yeah, of
upstate
course.
New York prison. Somewhere upstate.
Because by the way, she has feminine wiles.
Yeah.
She says.
Oh yeah, Sandra Bullock has so much emotion, much emotion and personality in this movie, and so much charisma. I'm just,
I was just getting out. This guard, basically, we kind of get a nod that she's working with her. And she goes, so what are you going to do? She's like, I have $45. I can go anywhere.
Sure. Not really, but okay.
Then she slings her heel over her shoulder and starts walking
Her
to New
bindle?
York City.
She's got her bindle to New York City, right. So, but I guess I did appreciate that this is the first Ocean's movie that takes place in New York City, right? Sure.
It's not in Vegas, right?
It's different, you guys. It's different. So,
She's such a con, though.
she gets out. Yeah, and the first thing she does, she goes and she gets makeup, and she picks up some makeup, and she's like, I need to return this makeup. Oh, I don't have my receipt. Okay, I guess
by the
I'll
way,
just keep it.
Anyone that's ever worked retail, that's like the oldest scheme.
In the book.
And I'll just keep it.
But guess what? So she just...
give me the fucking makeup and take the fuck up.
She's just so charismatic that she just gets the makeup, and then she gets some clothes, and then she gets a fur coat, and then she gets a hotel room. She just gets all these things from her feminine wiles because she's like, oh, I'm a lady. I can get
sleight of
things
hand,
for ladies.
So did anyone, I'm just going to put this out early. Did anyone else think that this was, like someone watched Ocean's 11 and then but was like a toddler and then tried to write this? And like, okay, Tim, what you think, little Billy? And everybody's like, Dad, set the back off, Dad! You're like, okay, well, there we go.
Sus baka.
Sure.
Like,
Sure.
yeah, okay. She go into the room, she's now in the room.
So-
Like, that's not a thing.
So we get to her partner.
Wink. I'm done
Let's
with
talk
it.
about partner, right?
I'm done with this. Let's do it.
And you know what? For $1, for $1, sir,
I'm
for $1,
listening.
sir, for $1. Is Kate Blanchett a good actress, or did she phone it in on this movie like every other actress in this movie?
By the way, Billy Eichner showing up in American Crime.
Oh God, 100%,
That's
right?
fucking Drudge. I was
No,
like,
it's Drudge. 100%.
Back to
100%.
this,
We
back to
love
this,
you,
back to
Billy Eichner. We'll
Back to the movie.
tag
No,
you.
back to
We'll
this,
tag
back
you,
to
Billy Eichner. Back to this movie.
So guys, she's got a club owner, but she's like watering down her vodka.
Watering down her
Because
drinks.
when they're drunk, dude, what is
Yeah.
this? Oh, it tastes like vodka.
It
Well, I
tastes
want
like
tastes
whatever I
vodka
want it
and
to taste
water,
like,
because
and
when
water,
they're
yeah.
drunk, they won't notice. You're like,
Mhm.
okay, she's a good character too. Fine.
She's a real criminal.
Also,
guys.
again, what was her
Blanchett,
accent supposed to be? Like
Irish, I think. I think someone at one point said she was Australian.
No.
I think though.
Helena Bonham Carter was Irish, and we'll get to that point.
Somebody said Kate Blanchett was Australian at one point, and I was like,
Why?
No.
Why?
Like,
And
no.
why?
But also no.
I don't
she's
know.
not.
And why?
I don't know.
And why? So Kate Blanchett is running a club or a restaurant or something, and she's watering down her drinks because she's like, I gotta save on money because, she's basically the Brad Pitt of this. She's like, oh, I'm trying a venture, but it's not really working out so well, so I need some money, so let's do some stuff.
all of them are archetypes of some sort.
100%.
Oh,
So-
the nerdy hacker,
Right.
but also
Oh my
look, they
God.
made her like a different color.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
okay.
God.
So
We're not
they're-
even there yet. We're not
So
even
they're all really what you want to say is they're all the wish.com of someone else from the other.
of the Ocean's
The
movies.
Alibaba, if you will. Yes.
Yeah. Oh God. So Kate Blanchett, by the way, more boring than Sandy Bullock, and I don't honestly. Every time someone comes into this movie, you're like, and they're more boring than the person before
I was
them.
too busy being in love with Kate Blanchett. I have no complaints about her character.
Yeah. Guess what? So guess what? Who shows up next? And this is actually what got me into this movie. I'm like, okay, I'm all in on this movie.
Yep.
Reuben
We got
comes
Reuben.
in.
We got
Reuben's
Reuben.
here.
This was our link, by the way, to the other Ocean's movies,
Yeah.
I think. Was there another? Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. there
Oh,
was
Danny and Debbie. So
No, but I mean, like, another character
Little
from the
Debbie.
movie. They had, what's his face? There,
So basically,
little Chinese guy.
she
Yeah.
goes to visit her brother's grave,
Yeah, nerd.
and Reuben's there.
Yeah.
And she's like, so Reuben, did you tell Danny about my plan? Like, basically, she's saying, during her prison sentence, she came up with this awesome plan that's going to steal a bunch
when
of
she
stuff.
goes over later, and you're like, at that point in the movie, you're like, this is too late for this. But
No.
but
Yeah, but anyway, she came up with this awesome plan, and she had them send it to her brother, and Reuben's like, well, Reuben, and I was like, Reuben, it's Reuben!
He's like,
Yay!
look at fur coat, I'm old.
Yeah, no, exactly, he's old, but honestly, he looked great. I mean, I'm just
And he's
gonna
like,
say,
well, I gotta go now. And you're like,
Jews
So-
got it. So,
Jews got it.
Reuben's like, listen, your brother loved your idea, but you just keep your head above, keep your head above float and don't
Perfect. This is
do
perfect
bad
impression,
stuff.
by the way.
And I don't know, it's my perfect
Love it.
Reuben impression. Thank you. But then she's like, well, did Danny really like it? And he's like, I guess. I don't know. And I was like, okay, Reuben's in this movie, so I'm okay with this movie, I guess. So
No, it
basically,
wasn't. I still wasn't.
she's like, I'm gonna put forth my idea that I've had in jail to steal a bunch of something. We're gonna find out, you guys. They're gonna steal some stuff, but she's like, got the blessing.
she's a plan, but this plan she's gone through every day.
No, and she
for
does
5 years, yeah.
go like right into it right away. She says jewels in a vault 50 feet underground.
But she's thought about this every day for
Yeah.
5 years.
Oh, and she like literally has a 3 to 5 minute scene where she talks about every little
Yeah.
detail of the plan.
And where does she talk about it? She talks about it at their hideout. Remember their hideout? So
There's a lot of scenes a lot in the movie. So it's good.
So, Kate Blanchett's character that we haven't looked up the character names. I honestly don't give a fuck.
I wrote that
don't
later.
give a fuck.
No,
yeah.
no.
So Kate Blanchett's character is like
her name's Lou.
Lou is like, oh, I own this old theater in New Jersey.
Her dude.
Yeah, dude, and she's like, I own this old theater in New Jersey, and she's like, it's a bitch to heat this place, but we can keep a bunch of people here, and we can make our plans here. So they have a hideout. They have a fancy hideout, because ladies love hideouts, right? They do. Ladies love hideouts.
Loves a hideout. But
yeah.
Let's not make this
it's
a
the
sexual
clubhouse.
part of it.
This movie's completely
I typed in Ocean's 8, and it says Ocean's 8, a TV series between 2004 and 2006, and it had 8 episodes. Does anyone else remember that? Because
I don't, but I love that came up before this movie.
Yeah.
So,
I'm confused.
So you guys,
It's still not 8, that's why.
Oh, but it says Deb Ocean for.
What?
I don't like any of that.
IMDb, you're drunk.
Painful.
Go home.
Okay,
Thank you for your
IMDb.
help.
Thanks.
Thank you for nothing.
So, you guys, Debbie Ocean also has an ex-lover in this
His
movie.
name's Claude.
You know, like in the
Claude
first
Becker.
Ocean's movies where Danny Ocean was trying to get his wife back. In these Ocean's movies, she has an ex-boyfriend who's an asshole, and she's trying to get revenge on
I guess he
him.
put her in jail.
Revenge.
Yeah, you put her in jail, yeah.
He's basically the reason, because she was like a dumb rube, I guess, before she went to jail.
Right.
And kind of just fell for whatever this thing was. And
why would you say? Because the movie had to happen.
Yeah.
But also,
Okay.
so this is where...
But now she's super smart.
This is
She's
where
not gonna get
she's
fooled again.
explaining to Lou what the idea is. Lou's getting interested. They're starting to put a plan together. And you wonder, and I wonder if you wondered this.
I wonder.
Are Debbie and Lou together? Or are they just friends?
I'm pretty sure Debbie's an ace. Like, fully an ace. And I don't even know, like, just fully an ace. I have no sexual...
She's
like,
all about the
chemistry.
heist.
No, but Lou's, like, into Debbie.
Well, that's because Kate Blanchett is an amazing actress, guys. Okay?
She sold this. She sold this role.
I feel
Because
like
I was very confused
someday she'll remember how
about
much
what
she
was going
loves
on
me,
here.
and we'll be together.
I feel like Kate
Sure.
Blanchett's fluid, and also...
For $1, is she just tall?
No, we already did that.
Is she just tall, or is she a good actress?
So, yeah.
So basically...
Claude Becker, played by Richard Armitage.
Richard Armitage, who I love. I do love Richard Armitage.
Thor
I'm just saying.
Oakenshield.
I'm okay with that. I'm good with that.
If he was a
I'm okay with
dwarf,
that.
maybe I'd be down.
So Debbie keeps telling her her like idea to people, and one of the wonderful quips that Lou says is she goes, "This is a flight to nowhere without any peanuts," basically, because they're like, guess what? We're gonna get this actress to work with us by getting this clothing designer to work with us. So basically,
So none of this movie makes
none
fucking
of
sense.
it makes sense. So basically,
Like, there's so many things that hinge on other things, and you're like, why would anyone
So
think this is a
basically-
good idea?
their idea is they're going to use this designer who's down on her luck to
Played by Helena Bonham Carter.
played by Helena Bonham Carter,
Named
who
Rose.
like
Name is
basically
Rose.
carried this movie. If we're
Oh,
being honest,
she was amazing.
100%.
She was my favorite character.
She was the best. So Helena Bonham Carter is basically the Betsy Ross or the Betsy.
Betsy Ross.
No, but
Oh,
she
she made the American
the
flag.
American flag.
Holy
No,
shit.
she's an Irish. Excuse me, you're correct. She's an Irish Betsy Johnson, who's a very
okay.
famous American
Sure. I would say
designer.
Cheryl Ladd myself.
Okay.
Not Cheryl Ladd. No.
Cheryl Ladd. Holy fuck.
Betsy,
Cheryl Ladd
so no,
collection that said
Betsy
J.C.
Johnson
Penney's.
is a very famous American designer
Okay.
who is like really
I don't know
like
this part.
she was very much like very 80s and like
Okay.
off the wall and out there and weird designer and makes really weird stuff. And so basically Helena Bonham Carter plays this like clothing designer who's like kind of behind the times, a little weird, and she's like,
Wait.
I guess I'll work with you
Wait,
guys
wait.
because
Helena Bonham Carter plays a weird character?
yeah, right? What?
The glasses and
Yeah.
whoa.
And I'm Irish in this one because I can do all the accents because I'm Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah, so
Basically like
she actually gets like the out of the crew, out of
Yeah.
the Ocean's 8, if you will. She gets like the biggest kind of little section.
She's like number 3.
But then we just go boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
boom,
basically,
boom,
and then we're just like, let's add everyone in.
Look,
And guess
a
what?
brown. Look,
Guess what?
another
No,
one.
I was just gonna
Like,
say.
okay.
We have 3 white ladies, so let's add some other colorful people.
And this
Do we remember Mindy Kaling's character's name?
No. Or what was her point
I don't
of her
think we ever
character?
named her in
What
the-
was the point of her character? You don't remember that either.
She was good with jewels, Matt. Duh.
Is that what it was?
Duh. She was doing Jules. Yeah.
I literally wrote.
guess.
It's funny here. I literally wrote, "Cool, just bring in the minorities now. Let's just bring them in." So Mindy Kaling of The Office and many other wonderful things, but mostly The Office.
This is the reason Jamie watched this movie, by the way, because she loves Mindy Kaling.
Did she look a little weird too? Like she.
No, she's like
Mindy Kaling has definitely gotten facial reconstruction.
She got Botox right before this.
She got her chin done and
I've just
stuff.
seen her so much from Jamie watching stuff. That's what she looks like.
Yeah, sure. So, but Mindy Kaling plays a Indian woman who makes jewelry with her family business or something. Yeah, and she's like, but I know jewelry. She's like, I know jewelry. So they get her in, and then they get in. Guess what? Oh my god!
9
ball. Rihanna, who's like Trinidadian / Brooklyn / Bronx. I don't know.
So this jump started her movie career, right? She started doing.
I think she's from Barbados, actually.
Barbados.
She's from Barbados.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
and just doing that accent, like not trying to do
Barbadian accent,
which is good though because she's not really an actress. So just having her do
this jump started her, Mike. She was in Battleship actress. I think you forgot about that.
Yes.
Didn't you?
Again, not a real actress.
Also, Rihanna is the darkest woman in this movie. We're just gonna say.
I mean, Mindy Kaling's kind of.
My hat is like a shark.
She's kind of darker, honestly.
Wait, hat is like a shark.
But you guys, who do we get in at the end though? Aquafina. And guess what?
Little baby
Aquafina, but also she wants to go to Subway. Who wants to go to Subway sandwiches in New York City? In New York City, where you can get a delicious sandwich on almost any corner.
That's why I automatically
She's
do
like,
not believe her
let's
character.
go to Subway.
She's a little skateboarder, a little nerd.
That's why I automatically do not believe her character. If you'd have a sandwich place that was not
and
Subway.
She's not in the sewer either.
No, she's
up top and she's like doing her little,
Mike watched Ninja Turtles. That's
right.
She's a little gutter kid. She's like I pick pockets.
Yeah, cowbunga, right?
I'm like so cool.
Cowbunga.
I got my hat back.
No, but then you guys, they realize they need one more white lady. They gotta have the one more white lady.
But the whitest of white ladies.
My God. All right, so because we have just watched the O.J. Simpson and the impeachment American, Sarah Paulson owns it. I mean, that woman can play anyone at this point, right? No, she plays the most milquetoast
Tammy,
white,
the fence.
Tammy.
Yeah, white suburban mom who's
she's
just like,
good at fencing things.
I do something. I don't know what it is that I do. I'm just so uptight. I have a rail like right up my butthole, and that's just what I do all the time.
Guys, okay, so you guys obviously did not get this character. Here's what this character is about.
Sure.
She is someone that used
to be like Sarah Paulson
stand. Yeah, I am. I'm a simp. She
I love Sarah Paulson.
She used to be like this big fucking deal in fencing.
Right, sure.
But then she had a kid.
Yeah.
You know, the kids ruin everything.
Right.
And so she had 2 kids, actually. 2 kids.
Yeah.
Well, luckily her husband's stupid.
No, I do love that they show her at the beginning and she's just like, I want to murder my children, but I'm just going to let them keep being assholes.
That is feels. Like, really, I was like, I get this character.
At this point, though, the movie, it felt like it was rushed. Like, they're just trying to...
Oh, no, they were just literally throwing people in, yeah.
Because, I don't know, I don't remember, I don't remember Ocean's 11 and stuff that well, but, I feel like the characters are just introduced better.
They are so introduced better in the first 3 movies.
This one! First of all, you're like, okay.
First of all, as good as the music was in this movie, and it was the best part of this music, the music in the first 3 movies set it up. They're like, boom, 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 boom. And you're like, let's add this person, let's put in this person. And the ladies one was like, here's this other person, this person's gonna be in this movie.
I'm the fence! You're like,
okay, God. All right, jeez.
Okay,
stop yelling at me.
You can be whatever you want to be.
Stop yelling at me.
But also, it's funny because I do want to know, how does Jamie feel about this movie?
She was okay. She didn't think it was good or bad. She was like, okay.
That's how I felt, and so I also asked...
rating? Did you get a rating?
She gave it better than sex. No, she didn't get a rating yet.
It's not
First of all,
sex.
I'm sorry.
God.
My sex is funny.
So it's funny.
My sex is on fire, guys, okay?
So you have the Jamie corner. I have the Jillian corner because I had asked my best friend, and I knew she had seen it too. And she literally said, she goes, it's okay, and she goes, every single awesome person in this movie, because there's a lot of awesome people in this movie, are phoning it in.
Yeah.
And they are legitimately just phoning it in every single
My
scene.
favorite Jamie comment was, she went, we watched this before, and I was like...
I don't remember.
Yeah, I was like, I don't remember. I
definitely did not watch it before.
I did not watch this.
I did a Jeff Wright, and I was like, I have no memory of this.
So,
I didn't ask my best friend, but
Every single awesome
got
woman
one.
in this, because there are so many awesome women in this.
friends.
Which you guys,
I'm your best
literally
friend.
2 burn after watchings ago, two burn after watchings before this, we watched Sandra Bullock in a movie that is
That she was great in.
legitimately worse than this, but she was 100 times
Yeah,
better
no.
in. Yeah.
like really,
Oh, that's hard.
what was her character's motivation? I guess revenge.
And no, in this movie, her character's motivation
Yes.
was revenge and I want to be my brother. Who's my brother? My brother's Danny Ocean. I'm gonna be my brother in this movie.
So yeah, like the revenge thing felt so
It
shoehorned
was
because they were
terrible.
like, I felt like a writer was like, we don't have any kind of through line for this movie. It's just like
Okay.
they're gonna rob a place.
So, you guys. Also, did anyone feel like this was Anne Hathaway's best role ever?
I
in,
think
like,
Helena
any
was just
movie?
playing
Yeah, I think-
herself.
Yeah.
No, I think this is arguably Anne Hathaway's best role.
Played Daphne Kluger.
So Anne Hathaway is the 8th person they bring in.
I guess she doesn't
Unwittingly,
count. No, she doesn't count.
unwittingly.
At first, she's just a person.
Yeah,
So-
like I was like, how does she count as an 8th
Basically,
person?
so
No,
they
she
get
is
this.
eventually.
I know.
They get
but I
this,
was like, at first, I was like,
They
I
get
don't
this
fucking care
famous
about her.
designer in. They've got all their team together, and this famous designer is going to basically snow this very famous
Informer?
actress
Yeah,
into wearing her outfit and wearing these specific jewels that they are going
they
to
can
steal.
steal, yeah,
Right,
yeah.
exactly.
Including the $150 million necklace.
Yeah.
So she's not like a patsy. She's
Yeah.
she's just like basically like the person that's
The influencer.
Yeah.
She's like the influencer.
She's
of
Yeah.
really
the
holding the thing
Right.
with us.
Yeah.
Right.
And she's not even like a patsy really. Because
Yeah.
I can like blame her for it.
And I do love when, love and hate when Helena Bonham Carter's like, she's got great boobs. It's like, oh, God.
she does it.
But
Anne
also,
Hathaway?
but also,
Does
but
she?
also,
Yeah,
but
she's
also,
nice
no,
boobs.
she
I
had,
never. I
Watch
didn't
Love
really
and Drugs.
no,
Watch Love
she,
and
no,
Drugs.
she's wearing push-ups. But
Watch-
it's fine.
no,
I'm
watch-
not judging.
Okay,
I'm not
anyway,
judging.
watch Love and Drugs.
No.
She has good boobs.
Okay. I'm just watching for her boobs, though. I'm not
Yeah.
watching for the plot.
No, there's no plot.
Okay,
it's
fair
just
enough.
it's a naked Anne Hathaway and a naked Jake Gyllenhaal.
Sure.
That's it.
So
That's all the movie's about.
you get to see Jake Gyllenhaal.
You think I haven't seen this movie?
Love and Other Drugs. Yeah. Look it
You've
up.
seen Jake Gyllenhaal? Never mind. Just keep going. Okay.
I think she's
Um,
ass. I don't
Like
think it's a
multiple since I was 15 years old. Like
Like,
all of Brokeback
Spank.
Mountain.
yeah.
That the spanking it.
All of Jake Gyllenhaal that I can see, and all of Anne
Jarhead?
Hathaway that
Did
I
you
can
watch
see.
Jarhead?
Yeah.
Did you watch Jarhead?
Definitely watch Jarhead. Yeah.
So anyway, we're not talking about Jarhead. We're talking about Ocean's
Yes.
8.
Focus.
So
Guys,
Anne
So the
Hathaway-
plan,
yeah.
though, guys, the plan is not to steal the necklace, but it's to make a fake necklace and then
then
and then switch him. Which
Wee-oh!
the switching part we found
different.
later is awkward. It
It makes no.
doesn't at all.
Like even without the extra little twist they added, literally
Yeah.
like
So
how
again,
the fuck
no.
does this work?
It's
Again,
trash.
again, comparing this to the original movies, like I said, he'd never seen them, and I was like, oh, I really hope he enjoys them. He liked them because
Yeah, I
they're
like them
good
a lot.
fucking movies.
11 and 12 are very good.
Yes. Yeah.
13's not bad.
It's not the worst.
13's
It's
better
not the
than
worst.
this shit.
No, remember
I
Matt
don't know
Damon
about
being
that.
like,
I watched
he's like,
4 of them.
the nose where it plays, and his parents are like, no, the nose is playing, and then you find out who his dad is.
You
You
find out
find
who his dad
and he's
is.
so great. It's awesome.
Spoilers.
like
That's right.
Oh, I
God
love it.
rest R.I.P.
R.I.P. R.I.P. So,
Black Panther.
but no, they're not.
So okay, focus. So they talk her into getting this necklace, this
Yeah.
beautiful necklace, I guess.
Well, and then they talk the actress into wearing the necklace, which they put on.
They go to the Cartier.
They put fully though, like the pressure of doing this on the person who's already like, I'm really nervous and I can't
Yeah.
handle things. You're
Yeah.
like, what the fuck
But
is going on?
but also, she excels at it. Like,
Yes!
like Helena
What the
Bonham
fuck
Carter.
she should've been.
Helena Bonham Carter carried
So
this movie.
So they have to want.
Carrie.
Which, like, as her character though makes no sense.
They
It's
have
Helena
this
Bonham Carter.
glasses
It's the way
technology.
it's
Yeah.
This glass technology can scan the necklace
Yeah,
in
record it.
3D,
It's recording, yeah.
recording all of it so they can 3D print.
And
it.
like you can even see the progress on your it turns blue.
Sure,
We're not there yet.
that's how it works. That's how it works.
Okay,
That's
so
how it works.
they're like, well, we don't want to show you the necklace because it's really expensive. We have all the security you need for it, but they convince him.
Which by the way makes fucking sense.
Okay. And somebody's got to wear it. What are you going to keep a necklace in a vault forever? Like, though?
That sounds like museums.
That's literally what the Catholic Church lives on.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
all the
But
shit
these
they
guys
have
are-
in the vault.
So,
Yeah.
so Cartier equals Catholic Church.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
so they talk their way into getting this necklace somehow, though. Which I'm still not sure how they did it. I was like, okay, sure.
She needs to look at it in the light in
Oh, yeah.
order to see it without.
Because they see it originally and there's
the
no
ball.
signal.
And there's no signal.
There's
Ball.
5
Which they
feet
should have
of
known,
concrete.
because they knew it was how many feet
like,
underground.
Danny Ocean would have known this.
Yes,
okay.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Screw you, Deborah Ocean.
Deborah Ocean.
Yeah.
Danny would have known this.
Yeah.
Nice
Yeah.
try.
By the way, Deborah's
Don
just
Cheadle from the Ocean's movies
He
would have
would've
known
known
that.
this.
100% would have known that.
Chris Tucker would have known this, and he's not even.
Chris
in
Tucker!
those. He's not even in those movies. He would
You
have known
don't
it.
lie. Chris Tucker wouldn't have known that.
He would have thought, "Hey, there's talking to concrete there." Jackie,
No signal, Jackie.
Chris Tucker.
No signal. So anyway,
And Jackie Chan would have
so
kicked
they
that
get
5
them
feet
to
of
bring
concrete.
it up to the surface.
Okay.
She scans the necklace. They get a copy of the necklace, right? And they're like, oh, so they're going to let us use this necklace, right? I guess that's what we're going to get to do.
But it's a funny scene with Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah, it's adorable.
Just keep looking at the necklace. Like,
Sure.
Oh, you're done.
Oh yeah. Also, she has to like move around the necklace to get like the whole thing.
Yeah.
So that's also stupid. She's like,
Yeah.
But you don't see the back of the necklace.
nope, you
Yeah.
don't.
Or the top of the necklace, because you
No.
can't really see the top of the
No.
necklace either in this
No.
case.
No.
No.
But guess what? 8-ball, or 9-ball. Sorry, 9-ball.
That's right.
No, because she
7 ball.
asked her what her real name is, and she says
7
8-ball. She says 8-ball. So,
Yeah.
9-ball.
You're
Remember,
right.
by the way, she's named after her mouse. Did you see that her mouse is a 9-ball?
I groaned and I
Okay.
I groaned and then I came.
I mean, I love you. I don't think she's named after her mouse.
I know
No,
that.
no. Actually, that's part of the lore.
Yeah.
The mouse is passed down from her generation. So she's named after her. It's fine.
Like I got this from my great great grandma. Like okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So, they realize
They had
that
a
they're going to
mouse?
have to get someone inside. So Sarah Paulson gets
Tennis
hired.
and trackball.
Sarah Paulson comes along and she's like,
Easily.
she gets hired at Vogue.
Well, they make her a fake resume.
Yeah, she's
I
like,
guess.
I've worked at places.
What
I'm
the
super
fuck
smart.
is happening?
I'm a white lady, so you know I seem stylish.
See, if they
Yeah.
would have said that, that would have been okay. But they didn't. They're just like, oh,
And
she has the
And
credentials.
really, it's one of those movies that I don't know. Remember how long it was? But if it had a half an hour more, it might have been able to explain this shit better.
But if it had happened or more, we would have killed it.
I
Yeah,
would probably.
I would have
But
killed
it might have been able to explain it better, so at least like it made sense when it got to the this point. You're like, oh, okay, that's why she would be able to get in there. It's like, no, she's just in there. And you're
Guys, what kind of security? What's the name of the security company protecting?
McAllister. So wait, you guys, we learned that. We learned that
Shared
Home Alone and the Ocean's movies are the same fucking universe. What?
Let's do this, guys.
I saw that. I was like, McAllister.
Shared universe.
Shared universe.
I just
Shared
said
universe.
that. And then the little weird dude that was
Also,
in charge
this
sounded
is
like
our-
Kieran Culkin at first. And I was
No,
like, is that
no,
Kieran
no.
Culkin?
It's not. It was.
not Kieran
It was
Culkin.
Wish.com.
Yeah,
Michael
yeah,
Evan
yeah,
Jackson.
yeah.
Mark Evan Jackson.
Mark Evan Jackson. It was Wish.com.
Yeah,
Mark Evan
he was
Jackson.
he was
But
yeah.
also, you guys, this is our second burn after watching with McAllister Security. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Because we
yeah.
also
I wish
watched
Guillermo's
Home
last
Alone.
name
Guillermo.
I wish
but
he was,
not
his
you,
last name was
Guillermo.
LaForce. That's what I was looking for.
Guillermo
He wasn't
LaForce.
though.
He wasn't. He
That's
wasn't.
what I just called him now. I don't remember
wish.
his last name is. He's Guillermo LaForce to me.
I wish. So you guys.
But he's only Guillermo
So,
LaForce.
How did they get but how did they get the real Patsy of the movie into this? In that they got her ex-boyfriend into the Vogue
Claude?
pre-party. Claude. They got Claude into the pre-party, and guess what?
With
He was
Daphne.
very interested in Daphne. He was like, "Oh, you're
Who
a
wouldn't be, right?
sexy young American lady," and she's like, "You're a hot British older man." I mean,
British?
I love Richard Armitage, so no,
It's
he's
like a
British.
May
and he's-
October romance.
He's very sexy. Sure, right? Sure.
Yeah, he
That's
was
how it
Thorin Oakenshield, the sexiest
exactly.
of dwarves.
The
I mean, that's
sexiest
not
of dwarves,
that's
yeah.
not incorrect.
That's not incorrect. So I do love because Sarah Paulson in this, she's like one of the, she's at this Vogue pre-party and she's like serving and she's like, the ego has landed.
But also, like, they get like so many, like, just get them all fucking working
Yeah.
there. And I'm
They're
like,
all just
they're on
doing
the payroll.
stuff, yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
No,
Ego is a planet.
you would have like 5 jobs at once.
And they only explain one of them. They explain how they got Kate Blanchett's character Lou in there. But, oh, we need a nutritionist. And like,
Sure.
okay, cool. But
And
then
other
other
people
people there too.
just show
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's there.
But you guys, the day of the 1st of May, the first Monday in May,
That's when
First
Outdoor
Monday
Fucking
in May,
starts.
yeah.
yeah, first
Oh,
Monday in
what is the
May,
first of May?
is the Met Gala. Gala.
Not Gala.
Not the Gala.
And I
the
thought that was
Gala.
going to be like...
Gala.
by the way, I thought that was going to
Gala.
Gala.
I thought it was going to be a
That's how
thing.
she says it. Gollum.
Yes, I
No,
thought...
she says Gala, and
So,
they're like,
so
it's
by the way, I
Gala.
thought this was going to be like a platform where how like they stung it. I was like, oh, like she's going to be like, oh, you're an imposter or some sort. But no,
No, you-
No.
that's fine.
She's like, you said it wrong.
It was supposed to be a joke, I guess.
so
and I was
guess
like,
what?
okay.
So they get they get the Cartier jewels up, and Daphne and Hathaway's character, she's fucking horny for these jewels. Like she was like, she gets them on her, and she's like,
wouldn't you be all those diamonds?
They're so heavy. They're so heavy on my neck, right? And she's like, so Helena Bonham's character, she gets the jewels out of her, but then they find out they didn't know you need a special magnetic enclosure to open and close the diamonds. And they're like, oh shit, we didn't know this was here, this special extra magnetic lock.
By the way, Rose is just doing her job. Like, she was not a criminal at the beginning of this.
Yeah.
And now she's like
she was
fully
not.
in on
so
this.
guys,
100%.
you think this would be really hard to do it, right?
Yeah, you need a magneto, right?
It's super easy, barely inconvenience.
Yeah.
They just make one.
They get and they get like their younger Ariana's
literally a child.
Nine Ball's younger sister. By the way, we find out that Nine Ball's real name is Leslie. Leslie's younger sister comes in, and she's like, oh, I can fix this. I know what they're using. I totally understand because I'm like 15 or whatever, so I can figure it out. So they figure out what it is.
She explains a special magnet that is easy to make and easy to print out. They got it. There you go.
You guys, also, when they're about to do this job, they have like a very serene, like, empowerment moment where they're like, we're not stealing this from me. And we're not stealing this for you. We're stealing this for the 8-year-old girl out there who's laying in bed thinking, I want to be a criminal someday. We got to steal it for that 8-year-old girl who wants to be a criminal. And I'm like, what? I'm a lady.
What a pep talk.
What? Sure, pep talk. Sure, pep talk. Sure.
Was this movie written by, like, an insane person?
So guess what, you guys? Now we're at the Met Gala and we get cameos. The
another part about this red carpet is Rose does not seem to have ever gone on a red carpet before because she was like the most poised of all of them dealing with this, and then all of a sudden she is like, like she doesn't know how to like walk on a red carpet or do anything on a red carpet. Like, oh, what?
Wait, who was Rose again?
Rose is Helena Bonham Carter.
She was like,
you already forgotten her character.
That's my middle name. That's literally shares the
I'm
name
not
with
on the
me.
red carpet.
Rose was on the red carpet.
Obviously, if I was any of these characters, it is Helena Bonham Carter. I mean, no question. But I'm just saying.
I know. I say Rihanna.
Ooh.
I'm definitely the Kate Blanchett of this.
I'm not the
filling up
hacker.
bottles with water.
I'm the Reuben of this.
You're the Kate Blanchett.
Just filling up bottles with water.
Just being tall. You're just being tall.
I'm Channing Tatum. He's not in this, but
He's not in this.
I'm Danny Ocean. I'm dead. I'm dead.
I'm dead. But I'm hot. But I'm hot. But I'm
dead. Is he
dead
dead though?
I'm fully dead.
I don't know yet.
He's dead.
No, I do like the exchange.
Jamie was very adamant about this because I was like, oh, he's like gonna pop up. Like, no, he is dead. I'm like, okay.
I do like the exchange between Aquafina and and Sandy Bullock have an exchange, which is terrible. The exchange itself is terrible, but she's like, oh, is that your brother? And it clearly shows George Clooney, and she's like, he's hot. And it's like, okay, thanks. And she's like, is he dead? And she's like, I don't know. It's like, cool.
And you're like, oh, this is gonna come back and like he'll show up in the movie.
Okay, nothing in this movie pans out.
Nothing! Answer no questions!
They never finish a goddamn thought.
This makes me so frustrated.
They never finish a thought. Ever in this fucking movie.
There's nothing satisfying about this movie. Let's just skip to the end, guys.
Okay, no, we're not going to skip to the end, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, so they recycle music from the original Ocean's movies. They recycle a lot of stuff from the original.
Because we play Frank Sinatra. Yes.
Yeah. So but basically, they give Daphne food poisoning. So that they can get her to the bathroom. To steal. So they put little dots in there.
Anytime you see, by the way, that's not the first time they've used those little dots in. Anytime they put those little dots on, like you're getting food poisoning.
No, that was the guy in Ocean's 13, your most hated movie, by the way.
By the way, not that movie. Syrup of Evacac is what that is.
So you're saying they copied
I'm saying in the Ocean's movies.
Wait, are you saying they copied up the other worst Ocean's movie to make
I guess so.
This is Syrup of Evacac.
So,
guys.
Oh my god. So,
I was hoping she was gonna shit on both sides, but
yeah, no, I know. She gets food poisoning, and then they have waiters talking about weed. They're like, "Ooh, I was smoking the weed, and I had the weed."
Well, it was a funny joke because the waiter was supposed to bring the real necklace back, and he was like, "Oh,
he's like, I'm taking time to talk about weed."
Well, you haven't got the necklace off yet. Hold on.
Yeah.
No, I know, but I'm just.
So, and Mindy comes in, and she's like, "Move along," and also. This is what I'm saying about this movie. Mindy Kaling is wasted in this movie, and that's like a lot to say, is that Mindy Kaling is wasted in this movie. Yeah. For sure. So anyway, by the way, do you know who had a cameo in this movie? My favorite cameo? Who was my favorite cameo from this movie?
Andre the Giant.
.com was in this movie.
I did tell that to Jamie. I was like,
I was so excited. And that was not the first 30 Rock reference in this movie. Just saying. But anyway, .com is in this movie playing, a bodyguard because that's what he does. So, but I'm just saying, I was excited. It's .com.
With the list.
I definitely yelled out loud. I was like, it's .com. It's .com. It's .com. So, guess what?
Guys, don't go to it's.com right now.
So, yeah, don't. So, they get Daphne to the bathroom. She's wearing the Cartier jewels. They pull the jewels off of her, and they give them to Mindy Kaling's
With their special magnet that works immediately.
Aquafina's basically like, oh, they're there, and then, like, just removes them.
Takes them.
Like, not even, like, subtly, just, like, I suddenly remove things. Just, like,
yeah.
But this time, too, later they ask her, like, hey, was there anyone else in there? She's like, no. I'm like,
well, that you don't remember things.
I know.
Your guts out, okay?
I'm like, she doesn't remember the human that was with her? Okay.
Yeah. So anyway,
it was like, I'll just take this and wash
so she takes them to Mindy, and Mindy breaks them up because earlier in the movie she said she could break them up into like 8 other pieces of jewelry in like 2 hours. So she breaks them up, puts them into other pieces of jewelry.
In a bathroom.
And then
it has like all the junk in it.
Yeah, so
all the
preloaded tools.
Preloaded.
Yeah.
But the best
no one
part
else wants to use the baby thing.
The best part of this movie and what you think should be the end of this movie.
This will end right now.
The end of this movie should be each of them wearing their piece of jewelry, walking out with the diamonds that are their cut of the diamonds.
And then Andy Garcia coming in and going,
then Andy Garcia, I'd be fine. I'd be fine with that, right? But instead,
you got me again.
They all walk out. They all walk out with their
I'm gonna kill you.
They all walk out with their racially appropriate outfits that they wear for each of their colors or whatever.
For whatever reason, Aquafina has changed into a full ball gown.
Why?
Like what?
Why was that?
Like her hair is redone. Her just new makeup. Like why? Why did she have time to do this?
That was so weird. I'm like, why did she change?
I mean, she looked gorgeous, but also like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but that's not the point.
No, and the same thing. Mindy Kaling came out in a fucking she had all and she was like,
also,
oh. I'm
the camera's fully working this place. Wouldn't that be fucking suspicious as fuck? If you look at the camera, oh, she's definitely a caterer here.
Yeah, but there's so many people they didn't notice.
It's the Met Gala. It's the Met Gala.
But guys,
but you guys, we're getting to the point. You know who's gonna figure it out? Fucking James Corden.
The worst person in Cats is now in this movie.
Okay, so we came to this part and I'm like, this movie's not over. And guess who's gonna finish this movie? James Corden, who is the second you see him, you're like, he's involved, right?
By the way,
he's involved.
Do you think at first they got Daniel Craig to they were like, let's get Daniel Craig to this, and he's like, fuck you. And then okay, who's the best
Carrot Top around? Carrot Top's not around?
Wait, did you say Daniel Craig was gonna be in this movie?
No. What if he had?
I'm just talking about thinking about Daniel Craig. Just Daniel Craig versus James Corden.
James Corden makes me horny.
Yeah, what if it's Daniel Craig and James Corden double team?
What if you had to do both of them? No, you had to do both.
Alright, I'm here too. You have to do it as well.
I'll just watch while you have
My choice would be neither.
I'm gonna like it too.
No, but it would be.
I'm definitely pulling out my call.
It'd be more like Daniel Craig and.
Please don't.
Rachel Weisz because they're married.
And
so
it'd be Daniel Craig and James Corden. That's it.
No. That's it. But anyway, you guys.
Steve Buscemi over James Corden.
100%. I would take Steve Buscemi over James Corden. 100%. But anyway, you guys. James Corden comes in because he's the investigator, the insurance investigator from the insurance company.
Dude. Yeah, and about 7 times in a row he goes, "I'm not after the people. I'm just looking for the necklace. That's all I'm doing."
Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
Cool,
you're cool. Great. So James Corden is here, and he's gonna
That's where we kind of figure out because we saw.
Wait, you guys! I did notice this is I know.
I almost said something.
This is our second bird after watching with James Corden, and our second bird after watching with Sandra Bullock.
I thought you were saying this is where she interrupts Mateo.
And this is where I interrupt Mateo. Go ahead, dear.
I don't even remember what I was gonna say. No, this is
nothing good, I guess, right?
Nope, I don't got it. I get your hat now. Keep going.
James Corden.
It's there's a cloud.
So warm. So warm.
God. Sweaty?
What the fuck?
It's very sweaty.
Guys, James Corden is so smart. He's so smart, that guy.
He's like Inspector Clouseau.
Oh, I know everything. What's
He
it?
is like Inspector Clouseau.
Guys,
He's like
guys,
the Schwerl
John
Beaver.
Fraser, who is James Corden's character. John Fraser.
John
he once
Fraser.
busted
Baby,
Danny Ocean.
hear the blues are called and toss salad and scrambled
He
eggs.
once busted Danny Ocean. That's
Yeah.
how good he
And
is.
maybe I
Yeah.
seem a bit confused, but
So guess what?
I've
Like
got
the
you.
last, literally, like almost the last act of this movie is him just doing his investigation.
Yeah, and like
into
I
what
don't
happened
care
here.
about his. I want it to be done.
Yeah.
And they're giving me this shitty act with this shitty character that I don't give a shit
So
about.
you guys, guess what? But we come to the ladies, right? And the ladies are like, "Wait a second, this 8th person was involved in our whole
And
team."
who walks in, guys? It's
It's
Daphne.
the actress. It's Daphne.
I
And
was
she's like,
totally
I was a
fooled,
part
man.
of this.
I was
I
fooled.
figured it out, you
I
guys.
literally, this is like, I was like, if there was like some kind of like a crowd track here, they would have just gone mild.
No, but I also love how they're
Okay.
like, of course, women would be like, "Oh, we're splitting 7 shares into 8 shares now, even though it's like $27 million
$150
or whatever, $150 million. Who gives a shit?" They're like, "I can't do." Well, okay, if we're talking practically,
Yeah.
selling diamonds
That's
that you
$2 million
know
because
belong
of
to
that.
another jewelry piece on the open market is not easy.
Guys,
so.
No.
it is easy when
You'll
you're
find out
when
why
you're
they pour money
Paulson
later.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. When you're Sarah Paulson, who has all the
She's
bicycles and, you know,
Hey, she's a
home
bitch.
gadgets.
Guys, but Claude is now in the hot seat.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was
Claude
the
is
patsy.
in trouble.
Claude was the patsy for this. Basically, you kind of see something because Deborah comes up to him like this little, hey, you know, and like,
Ooh,
oh,
yeah.
oh, she dropped
Yeah,
something on him.
which not like subtle. Like,
No,
oh, I
yeah.
looked into you. Like, okay, she put a thing on him.
But you guys, guess what they do is they give these give these diamond pieces to a bunch of older lady comedians. We got to see a bunch of older lady comedians from like the 60s and the 70s and the 80s who are like, "We're gonna sell this jewelry. We're old ladies, right?" And
None of
he
them
was
was
like,
Amy Sedaris, so get out of here.
"It's true. None of them was Amy
Not a
Sedaris.
single Amy Sedaris.
Fuck you. Fuck you. You're not Amy Sedaris." But
Would
they
you
were
rather
like-
have seen James Corden in this or in Cats?
Oh, good.
I wrote several times this. Sandra Bullock is such a good actress, and it was all.
Such
It was sarcasm
Yeah,
the whole time?
sarcasm.
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 Not to use with Chasm, the newest Spider-Man film.
So
Ben Riley,
Claude,
right.
so Claude gets basically patsied for
Well, because
stealing
Daphne
these
comes
diamonds.
in, handcuffs him to the bed. By the way, it's implied that she fully has sex with him at some point.
Yes.
Right? Like,
I was like, oh, she just walked out and said,
Yeah.
she had
she
sex
fully
with him. I
gets
was
his
like, okay.
dick inside. Yeah, like she doesn't like
But
walk out.
you
She's all
guys,
in.
we
Yeah.
haven't gotten to the twist of this movie.
I
What's
guess.
the twist of this movie? The twist is they didn't do all this work for just
Hey,
one necklace.
necklaces!
And guess how they stole all the necklaces?
Because a man.
They got yen. They
Yeah,
got
man,
yen
they fixed
from
it
the
for 'em.
original movies.
A man. See, because
Yen.
they're just ladies.
Yeah,
That's you
yen.
guys.
Ladies
You know,
can't do
the
this.
little
They need a
Chinese guy,
Yeah.
they got him in there and
Yeah,
he
guys
stole
get the
all
job
the
done.
necklaces.
Guys
for
get the job
them.
done. Everyone's a guy would get the job
Yeah,
done.
seriously.
If like one of them had a dick, they wouldn't have needed Jen.
No, they'd
But-
be fine. So,
Sorry.
but the best part is also Kate Blanchett's character, Lou, goes, "What do you think we are, pussies?" And I was like, shut the fuck up. You just had a woman say pussies in a derogatory.
She was very
like,
angry about it.
mother, fuck you.
Well, it's because
She's
she was
very angry.
Australian, I think, or something.
No, fuck that. Fuck that.
Guys,
Fuck that.
I want to know, did Oceans 9 and 10 come out? I
Yeah.
missed this? I was just
Yes,
asking.
I mean this is a prequel.
Okay,
Was
so...
Melissa McCarthy in there?
Oh, God.
Yes.
Please, Melissa McCarthy should have
Yes.
100% been in this
She's
movie.
the ninth one.
Babe,
Ocean's
you're
9.
right. She should have been in this. You're
And
right.
Rebel Wilson.
And then Leslie
Rachel
Jones
Dratch.
should have been in it.
And Rachel
Leslie
Dratch.
Jones and
No,
Leslie
man,
Jones
that's not the
and
right
Leslie
thing.
Jones
That's not
and
the right
Leslie Jones. We need
Yes.
some darker ladies.
Yeah.
Leslie Jones should have been.
And
in
And
it.
Rachel
should've been
Dratch in
irreverent.
blackface.
And Leslie Jones would have been a reverend as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah,
No,
should have been
if-
great.
If it's gonna be blackface, it's gonna be Rebel Wilson. Obviously.
Oh, good.
She would do that. She probably would do that.
I'm
Oh,
black
skinny
now.
Rebel Wilson, skinny Rebel Wilson, right? So, but it's true.
This
She should've done
movie
this.
sucks so much,
It's
dude.
so bad. We're at the end.
We're
So
almost
they
there.
sold. They
Oh
sold
no!
it.
I will say,
Oh,
I will give Sandra Bullock. I will give
No, I
Sandra
won't give her
Bullock
anything.
Oh,
some
let's do
credit
it.
in this.
Zero.
She was
Right.
sexy.
The German. She
Oh.
did like really learn German. She
Guys,
pronounced it
she
very
was so
well.
German that she talked to Heidi Klum, who is
Yeah,
German.
no, she. So one of the cameos, you guys, was Heidi Klum, and she spoke to her in German, and Heidi Klum was like, "Oh, scrunchy, bunch German, yeah," and Sandra Bullock was like, "Oh, yeah, German, yeah,
Scrunchy, German.
We can make fun of Germans, it's fine.
Scrunchy, bunchy German, yeah."
Like, we don't have any Germans
If
alive.
this was manifest destiny, we can
Hi,
make fun of
Sky
Germans.
Spy, German.
That's right.
And pushing down some ice. Yeah.
German.
Heinz.
Heinz.
So, guys, would you burn this or would you watch this a million times?
Hey, you guys, at the end, for $1, for $1, is Kate Blanchett going to Asterix, or did she just get a motorcycle at the end of this movie?
No, guys, she wanted to live in peace in the
Sure.
woods somewhere.
Was this movie better than
she's
Yoga
the brat to
Hosers?
this movie.
Sure.
That's why.
Was this movie better than Yoga Hosers?
It was better
Yes.
than Yoga Hosers, yeah.
I
And
agree- I
they
think it was,
ended
yeah.
Danny's grave, so maybe George
I
Clooney's
wrote
going to
this.
come back,
I
right?
like Danny Ocean cameo when they're at the last part of the McDonald's.
Nothing. Like, they could have had him walk in for 5 seconds and paid him like $50,000.
Also, supposedly, I was looking this up on IMDb while we were watching the movie, and it said that Matt Damon's in there as Linus,
it
but
did.
I don't remember seeing
he was
him.
not in there at all.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
He wasn't in a goddamn picture.
All we get is Reuben. We just get Reuben.
And that's fine, though. Honestly,
I guess.
let's not tarnish this movie anymore by putting...
No, it's already tarnished
Christmas
itself
movies.
enough.
Yeah, like, okay.
So, yeah, it's definitely burned this shit.
Burn it.
Yeah.
Don't watch this shit.
I really tried with this movie, but I was like, no.
No, it was
No,
not
I
good.
came into it optimistic too because I really liked the first, even 13. I was fine with that.
And Sandra Bullock, of course.
And I am very hypercritical of
No,
movies.
this
and
is maybe Sandra Bullock's worst
I
movie,
don't know that.
and it's like,
why
what?
was she so bad in this movie?
I think she just...
why was Sarah Paulson so bad in this movie?
I thought Sarah Paulson was actually...
No.
Sarah
Sarah
Paulson-
Paulson, she was the Kristen Wiig of the ladies Ghostbusters.
Sarah
to
Paulson
this
was
movie.
as good as she
Yeah.
could have been
Yeah, she
with the
tried.
material she had.
Yeah.
Aquafina was as good as she could have been with the material that she had.
But Sandra Bullock was like the most milk.
So this is
crap. Like,
this is what I have to say about this movie.
character
This
at
is
all.
what I have to say about
Okay,
this
say
movie.
it.
Much like the Ghostbusters ladies movies, the actresses were women, and all of
They
the
were.
men making this, all of the people making decisions were men, and so they were like, "This is what a lady would do because a man says so. So
Well,
I'm going to do
this
it as
also-
a lady." And that's just how this movie came to be.
Da, da,
Da 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 da. Men telling women what to do.
Guys, but their cuts all went up because they sold those jewels. So.
They did. They
Yeah.
sold them.
Those ladies have...
Hey, you guys, burn Ocean's 8, please.
Thanks, somebody.
And then watch
Lights
all
on
the other
fire.
Ocean's movies.
Yeah, they're good.
Way
They're fine.
better.
They're fine.
Bye now. Bye-bye.